But if she wasn't interested, that was kind of it. Like, if you still liked her, you couldn't pursue her. You'd have to like do like investigation.
Yeah.
And try to find her somewhere else. Or talk to her after.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. But then like what's funny is like I was trying to like look for her after. And then I saw she was like talking to some other guy.
So the 5 minutes that you guys had together, like, did you feel a connection? Did you? Oh,
totally.
Okay.
Yeah, we just clicked.
Was that right away in the rotations of people that you're going through, or is that like you were warmed up already?
I was like warmed up already. She was probably like, she was one of the last ones. From what I remember, she was number 11.
Welcome back to We Time Convo, where we have real conversations about relationships, life, and everything in between. Today's episode is all about dating from a guy's perspective, and we're excited to bring in a fresh voice to the conversation. We are welcoming Andrew, who's joining us for the first time and sharing his honest experiences and insights on modern dating. And we're also excited to have back our returning guest, Dawn Marie, who's here to add her perspective. Ask the real questions and keep it balanced. This is going to be an open, honest, and relatable conversation. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I'm so excited because we have a brand new guest for the new year. Andrew, say hi, Andrew.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome. Yes, and then we have Dawn Marie again. She is our resident guest host. So I'm super excited. I'm always so excited to have new guests, like new perspectives, right?
Yes, and reoccurring guests as well.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah. So I should start off with how I met Andrew. So we actually met at a speed dating event.
In San Jose?
It was Sunnyvale.
Oh, okay.
No, I have to ask, why did you guys, because you both don't live in that area, why did you choose Sunnyvale? What was the title, too, of the speed dating thing?
God, I don't remember.
This is a plug for them, but it's called Love in the City SF. They do a bunch of speed dating events all around the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're really good at what they do.
Yes. So how long ago was this?
How long ago was this, Andrew? Like 3 or October. Okay.
Oh, just recently.
Yes. So the story was my friend Beverly, which Andrew knows. You've heard of Beverly.
Yeah.
She's my best friend. She is like my crazy. You'll hear stories about her later. She just has gotten me into so much trouble growing up. But she was like, hey, because we've always talked about going to these events because, you know, we've been on the dating sites and Dawn Marie, you know how bad it's been. And she's like, let's just try it. Let's do something different. And as you guys know, I wasn't dating. I was like, no, but she's like, let's just go and support me. So we went. And we were waiting in line to check in. And then Beverly looks behind her and she starts talking to Andrew. But I didn't know that they knew each other, right?
You know, this is like some random person she's talking to.
Yes. And I'm like, wow, we haven't even started yet. And like, Beverly's already picking up on people, connections. And then I'm like, Beverly, who's that? I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, did you get his number? And she's all, she's like, that's Andrew. I grew up with him, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, okay. So anyways, that was my very, very first speed dating experience. And it actually was a really, really good, well put together event for me. And like, I didn't match with anyone. I think it was because at the time I was like, I'm not interested in dating. I'm just going there just to see how it is, right?
Or there wasn't anybody there for you.
Yeah. I mean, I met all kinds of different people. I mean, it was in Sunnyvale. There was a lot of tech dudes there. Very, very interesting group of men.
Okay.
I've never came across Andrew, but I think the thing is when you first sign in, it asks you a bunch of questions of what
preferences.
Yeah. Age group, if you want someone with kids.
So Andrew, you were there. What were you doing there?
So
What was your inspiration?
Well, I found out about the event through my friend who I do salsa with, who I met actually at another speed dating event.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't connect with any, woman, but I connected with like a guy and like we became friends. And I invited him to my salsa classes. And I was like, hey man, if you're single, maybe this might be a good thing for you to do.
Yeah.
And so I invited him, and then he told me, he's like, oh, they're having another event like sometime in October, and it's like half off if we sign up on this date. And so I was like, sure, why not? It was like on a random Monday, and I was like, okay, anything where I could just take time off of work, that would be fine.
Okay.
So I took like a half day, and yeah, that's how I found out about the event. And like this was my second event that I did with Love in the City. I've done a few other, mixers and stuff, and yeah.
Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
And obviously the topic of this episode, didn't it say, is dating. Like we have dating episodes, but usually from female's perspective. And I thought that's why I brought Andrew in. I'm like, you know what? Let's get a dude in here to see how it is. So you've done all these speed dating events, right? Were you on the dating sites? Like, give us a history of your dating life. Like, no, we need to go back. Just you know what? For disclosure, I asked him, is there anything you don't want me to ask you? And he's like, no.
Yeah, I'm open.
Yeah.
Okay. So like kind of like how you got into dating, if you've done the dating sites, and how you got into speed dating.
Well, first, before that, just a little bit about you, just prior to this whole dating aspect. Are you from the Bay Area?
Yeah, I'm originally from San Jose.
Okay, so you are from the Bay Area. You've grew up here. You know what the scene is here. And would you say that dating in the Bay Area for a guy is pretty difficult?
Yeah, it sucks. It's hard.
Tell me why it sucks.
I don't know. Well, I think there's just too many guys here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They call it Man Jose.
Yeah.
Man Jose.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys.
Man Mateo.
So just, it's a lot of guys and not enough girls.
Yeah.
And then the
That's
girls here, like I've heard, stories, categories of the different types of girls.
So like ABGs. And
Yes.
Asian baby girls, for those who don't know. You know what an Asian baby girl is, Summer?
I'm assuming I can piece it together, but somebody who's very needy of certain,
A lifestyle?
and presenting herself in a certain way. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So
that's not
did you-
what I'm attracted to. So
Oh, so you have a-
I kept away from them.
So Andrew has a preference, guys. Okay. Okay. And
Are you middle-aged? Are you like...
I'm 43.
Okay.
okay, because that becomes even more difficult,
Oh,
right? Because now you have a preference, so you've excluded certain criterias.
Yeah.
Well, is
So-
it really excluding, or is it just keeping your sanity when you don't pick?
Yeah.
You could probably see.
No, I mean, so have you experienced certain and you've decided like, nope, that's not for me? Or
Did you dip
just-
your toe into any
Yeah.
arenas that you thought maybe?
Not really, because just in general, dating has been hard for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Just in general. It sucked. Like, because I was on the apps. I did a
Which is
bunch of-
exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
Which is exhausting.
Totally.
So from a girl's perspective, and I think we've all kind of been there, is you get on and then you just get massive like inquiry. And then you're just like, after a while, oh, cute. And then after a while, it's the same thing. And so you get kind of exhausted.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, I don't want to be on this.
I'm sure as like a woman, like you have to like filter through a bunch of like BS.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then there's always like what I found on the dating app was more around a certain type. Like they were all about outdoorsy, fit, and like
They love animals. They have
dogs. Yeah. And it was just
They're carrying
constantly,
someone else's baby when it's not their baby.
it was a certain portrayal of guys on there
Yeah.
that was just like, after a while, you're like, okay. And then like they're looking for somebody who's active and and if you're not, but you think that they're cool, then you pretend to be, right? But then you're not. And then so it's just exhausting. It just really is exhausting.
Yeah. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Well, on your end too, I've heard from the guys. So either the women aren't presenting themselves as they truly are physically, or the filters are up. And I've seen a lot of guys go like, please don't post with filters. Or you guys also, I feel like men have the bots that are on there as well that you're filtering. You're like, this woman's hot. She's interested in me. And I'm like, that's a computer or some guy somewhere
Wow.
deceiving you about stuff. Or there's the money hungry, like a lot of guys, I'm not funding your lifestyle. I'm not funding your life. They have that in their profile because I started following people who are like kind of dating coaches on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, think about it. If someone's negative in their bio, do you want that? Like they're already presenting that to you. So then the bios become like, oh gosh, you're worried about getting your kid into college and their college applications. These bios get pretty extensive.
Yep.
Yeah.
It like certain photos, like you're talking about the guy holding the fish. That's a running joke now.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard from a guy like, oh, I'll take a look at the pictures and it'll tell me already kind of what type of girl it is. So if they do kind of a headshot, then they're like, okay, that tells me that
There's no
probably
body
not
pic.
as fit
True.
as
No.
they as they portray to be. And then if they are, so if you see a full body shot, then you're like, okay, that is somebody who's actually fit.
You could trust that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
Because there's angles, when you
Yeah.
get selfies.
So guys know that too.
Well, they should.
Or the bathroom ones, like that's a definite no
Yeah.
of like, think we can find another place to take a photo besides.
Well, it's so
Just
weird
back
because
there.
sometimes you do see guys and they take photos and like they're so oblivious of what their background is because girls take in all that detail, right? And so there's certain guys that are totally oblivious. They'll take a photo thinking that it's a good photo and you're like, why would you post that up? Because there's a whole bunch of stuff happening in the background
Oh yeah.
that you're
Or
just
the
like,
group picture.
like which
One are you? Because if you're not this guy, then
And there's like multiple group pictures. It's like, damn, I don't want to have to sift through this, like finding, where's Waldo?
So on your perspective of all of this, what did you find depleting about the dating apps? And then what did you start seeking out? And then you're coupled now. So did you find your person on a dating app or not?
No, I did. So yeah, to start off with the dating apps, like it was just for me, it was sort of depressing because I would message people and try to just open up conversation,
Yeah.
and a lot of times I just wouldn't get anything back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or not even like
even though they matched with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you match with me then?
Yep.
So that didn't make sense. I mean, one time, like, I just like messaged a girl, like we had some conversation. But I just messaged her. I was like, hey, like I know she was going on a trip. I was like, what are you gonna do? Like on the trip, you have an itinerary, and she just unmatched me.
based on that question.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's okay, whatever. And at that point, I was just done with it.
Yeah.
So how long were you on it? Where you were just kind of like, okay, this is
On and off for a couple months.
okay.
Yeah, but
How many dates did you actually go on?
like through a dating app.
Yeah.
Maybe like two on the like most recently.
Okay, 2. And then was it kind of, did you find yourself, because, with girls, we're like, okay, let's do coffee. Like something,
Yeah, something
not
something
like,
quick.
yes. So you're not like doing full dinner.
No. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I know some people that say, you know what, if they ask me to go out to coffee, that just shows that they're cheap and I'm not going to eat it with it.
Like
Which
you
is
say,
dumb
like-
because for me, I would not
Want to spend the
spend $100 for someone I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, would you expect to pay?
Yeah. If I ask the woman out, I will pay.
Okay, so it's not a knock on her if she doesn't
No.
offer.
Yeah.
Because that was another thing. Like if a girl doesn't offer, then that kind of tells me something too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's like just, the current dating culture, but that's what, because before I feel like women would also like try to, they'd play the, let me pay sort of stuff. But I feel like now it's just no, like they won't even try. They'll just,
So women, if you went on a date and she offered to pay half, would you let her on the first date?
if I wasn't interested, yes.
No. I'll say that too. Like, I don't offer to pay, but if he was like, oh yeah, let me take your money, I was like, no, that's not.
But that would be an indicator that he's also probably not as interested. But that would be off-putting for you as well.
Yeah. And there's been guys where I was very much like, we've gone out a couple times, and after a couple times, like, hey, let me, you've done this. And
Yeah.
one guy, it was just, I think it was his demeanor is like kind of defeated that I offered and everything. But it is an interesting thing because you don't really get to decide and talk about that prior to, because you're talking online and maybe on the phone. So you don't really get to hammer out details quite like that, because it does get a little bit like you're just trying to make the date and a time and a place
Exactly.
to meet, and your schedule's busy or whatever. And that's getting harder being an adult and older, just finding quality, solid time to go about and do these things.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So tell me about those experiences. How did it go?
I mean, I feel like they went fine most of the time.
Like,
I never
So-
had like a bad date.
so like,
They're not
for-
Liza and Debbie stories.
no. I mean, so girls kind of, and I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's like when you meet somebody, you can kind of tell right away whether or not you have chemistry.
Yeah.
Is that true for guys too? So as soon as you realize, okay, there's no chemistry here, you're just kind of like, okay, how do I get out of this?
Not necessarily. Like I'm an extrovert, so I like to talk to people. So I get to know them. And I always like to say, it's like, oh, well, maybe, they could be a friend, but they never end up as friends.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But I do think like there's a lot of men who just talk and they think just because you're sitting there and listening to them that that's a connection.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, you're nervous you never asked me a follow-up question
Yeah.
or anything. Ladies like follow-up questions, gentlemen. No.
Yeah.
So if you're not a good conversationalist, that's not gonna.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing goes with like, if they're not asking questions back, then that shows something too, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not
Oh yeah,
interested.
definitely.
Yeah.
Now, did your friend that you went on the speed dating with, has he found success with that or?
Not in terms of like being in a relationship, no.
Okay.
But he's gotten like a few matches here and there. And I'm like, you know, I root for him. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Mom, now, is any of the girls that you've met, like you said, it may not be a romantic connection, but did you actually have some kind of connection to the point of like being friends or being able to call? And
actually, like most of, you know, where that's happened is like from women in the Philippines.
Oh.
Because I traveled to the Philippines last year for like the first time, and it was a solo trip. And I was still single then, and I was like, oh, well, let me get on the apps. And I've made some, you know, good connections there. And I have a couple of women that I'm friends with now.
Okay.
And yeah, that's nice to have. Like, because, you know, if I go visit again, then I could hang out with them.
Yeah, they can show you around.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've expanded international.
I have, yeah. I was like, it was bad. Like, I was like,
Well,
oh, how come I'm not?
But that's not an ABG then.
No.
Okay.
No.
So what were there different apps you used for over there?
There are a couple apps that are, you know, different than they are here, but I primarily just use Bumble.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think one thing that you mentioned to me when we were at the speed dating event was that, you know, I think we were just talking about the speed dating in general and how it worked. And we were talking about the dating apps. And there was one thing that you mentioned was that, you know, it sucked for you because they look at a picture and that's it. They look at the picture and then they look at like the height, right?
Yeah.
Because you're a short king.
I'm a short
You're
king.
short
I'm
king
5'2".
spring ladies. Like, come on, give them a chance. They look at the height and then like that's it. But they don't really get to know you.
No.
But at the speed dating event, they get to know you. You talk to each person for 5 minutes. But anyways, you actually found somebody at the speed dating event.
I did.
Yes.
And it was an amazing connection. Like, it was just like
Like right away?
Yeah, I could tell right away. Well, I was like attracted to her. So that
you
helped.
had a few matches, right? After that event?
Yeah.
How many?
4.
Nice guy, personable, you have a job.
Yeah.
But like, I really just wanted to match with, you know, my girlfriend now.
Yeah.
That was like, that was what I was like.
So you did match with her?
I did. Yeah, thankfully.
Okay. What if you didn't? I don't know how that works.
Then I'd still be single.
Oh, so like if you go to a speed dating and if you're interested but she's not and you don't match, then that's kind of it?
That's pretty much it.
So how it worked is, I guess there was a bunch of tables, and according to what your preference is, they match you with a bunch of people. They tell you on your phone, like, you go to this table. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew.
Yeah, no.
You go to this table and you meet this person, and it has her picture or her picture.
Yeah.
You get 5 minutes, you get to talk, and then you either, if you like the person, you swipe left.
Oh, you just press the check mark?
The check mark.
Check or not?
But if you both match, then at the very end, the company will email you and say, like, this person matched with you. And
Just an email, though.
Okay.
Like, it just gives you an email.
Okay. And so it's
No
up to you
phone
to
or no.
connect.
Yeah.
And so is it like, is it up to the guy to connect to the girl, or it's both of you guys can connect?
Yeah.
Because you guys get each other's information.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. But if she wasn't interested, that was kind of it. Like, if you still liked her, you couldn't pursue her. You'd have to like do like investigation
Yeah.
and try to find her somewhere else.
or talk to her after.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. But then, like, what's funny is, like, I was trying to like look for her after, and then I saw she was like talking to some other guy, and I'm like,
So the 5 minutes that you guys had together, like, did you feel a connection? Did you? Oh,
totally.
okay.
Yeah, we just clicked.
Was that right away in the rotations of people that you're going through, or is that like you were warmed up already?
I was like warmed up already. She was probably like, she was one of the last ones. From what I remember, she was number 11.
Okay.
So, but you matched with other 4 people.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
But it was 3 other people.
Oh, 3 other
besides
people.
her.
And so did you contact those 3
No.
as well? So you just kind of said, okay, here's my 4.
Yeah.
This is the one I really like.
Yes.
I'm just going to contact her.
Yeah, so she's the only one that I reached out to.
And so how did this unfold?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got each other's email addresses, and I'm like, the next day I was like, I should do something soon. Otherwise, if time goes by, then she could forget about me.
Yeah. So are you the type of person, if you're like pursuing somebody, you're like, let's meet right away? You don't do the whole, let's text back and forth for a little bit, get to know each other, and then I'll ask her out. Okay.
Yeah, no.
You needed to swoop her up right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You keep that momentum.
Yeah.
The momentum was like just really good during our event. And so I reached out to her through email. I was like, hey, like, I asked her out to coffee or tea or acai bowl, so super safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, okay.
Well, she's like, hey, I'm actually free Friday evening. And I was like, oh, so this means dinner.
Oh, so now she wants to investigate you. So you're like, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, sure, why not? Yeah, he goes, let's go, let's have dinner. And
So that wasn't off-putting for you?
not really.
No, you were like, yes.
Had his eye on the prize. He's like, let's do whatever you want.
I felt comfortable. Sounds like I assume got to
exactly.
see her energy in an evening type of
Yeah.
situation.
Well, the reason why I asked is because sometimes girls feel like they have to kind of play a little hard to get. And so it sounds like she just like also knew what she wanted.
Yeah,
So she was just pretty direct.
totally.
And so for you, that was actually refreshing.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like I'd always have to like, before I'd always have to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
I'd feed off of breadcrumbs.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, if you don't mind me asking, I mean, you don't have to tell me her age, but what age range is she in? Is she younger, older? Like, I was just curious.
A couple years younger than me.
A couple years, but she's in her 30s.
Yes.
Okay. So she's good. Go girl. Go girl. I like
And
that.
I actually follow him on Instagram. We follow each other. So we had this group chat after the speed dating event, me, Andrew, and Beverly. Just kind of like,
Was that big dating event?
yeah.
That's where you met her?
Yes, the same one.
Yeah.
Because we're like, hey, who did you match with? Hey, we're just kind of like trying to figure out like and see how everybody did. And I kind of watched this unfold on Instagram. And he's like, I really like this girl. And he's like,
He posted it on Instagram.
this was our this was our chat. Okay, I was like, oh my god, like I was so genuinely excited for him because it's hard. It's hard to find love in this age in
100%.
the Bay Area. And like he started posting her, and she was beautiful. She's like, no, she is, and they all love the same things. And I was like, how, like he just like won the lottery for
Right.
sure. Because they're both into sport. Like you said she loves football, and
She got the right.
they love animals. Yeah. So yes, I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still fairly new. Yeah.
It is still fairly new. Yeah.
Yeah. So how often do you see each other?
Well, now it's like a few times a week.
Okay.
Like I'll stop by. So she's a single mother. And I didn't know that, in the beginning, like during our 5 minutes, she never did divulge that information. And actually,
Would that have mattered though?
well,
Initially?
yeah, because I had been in my last like long-term relationship. I was with a single mother as well. And after that, it was hard because like I grew attached to a
Yeah, you make a
person.
connection. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to go through this again because like not only am I breaking up with her, I'm also breaking up with her son, sort of.
Yeah. No,
course.
totally get it.
Yeah.
But the good thing is like with him, like we still keep in touch every now and then. He's in my fantasy football league.
Nice.
Yeah, and so that's how we just keep in touch.
So she's a
Yes.
single mom.
Mhm.
And how old? So initially it was probably like, but
Yeah.
obviously you
I
got
thought
to
that.
know her. So it was like, okay,
Mhm.
now is her child younger, older? Like, because
So-
I think that matters.
Yeah, she has 2 daughters actually, 10 and 12.
Okay. So that's older. Yeah.
It's
Older.
not like they're like,
Newborns.
babies.
Babies. Oh, yeah. Like 5 and under is like a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yep.
Okay. And so initially when you like, how did she tell you that? Because I'm sure if you don't initially come out with it and then you make a connection, then it's like, oh, how do I tell this to this guy?
Oh, well, this was before we actually went out on our first date. We were just texting and she asked me, like, what I was looking for. I was like, ideally someone who's like, doesn't have kids and has also never been married.
Yes.
And she's like, oh no, you might not like me. And I'm like, oh no.
Like, is it one or both? Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it ended up being both.
Okay.
The connection I felt is too strong for me to say no to.
Yep.
And that's a nice thing about meeting somebody in person as opposed to the apps, because the apps, you're just going off a checklist.
Yeah.
And if you handed that checklist to any of us, we're like, oh yeah, this person wouldn't be a match because this is not what you wanted.
Yeah.
But then you got to know her. That's great.
So at this point, you're dating with intention, right? With intent to find your person.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I think like, now that, ever since I've been in my 40s, that's been the intention.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So prior to that, it was not?
Well, I mean, I've never been that type of guy, like, F-boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've always been clear though, like on that. Okay. Because not all guys, in my experience, are clear with that information on the dating apps. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish they just were. Like, I hope there was just like a checklist, right? Like, I'm an F boy.
Or people can
And then you're like,
lie.
okay.
Yeah, people.
But that's my thing though. It's like, just be honest. Like, just be honest, because I think most girls would be like, okay, I actually would.
Girl, in an ideal world, that I would still be on the apps if people were honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've gone through the bait and switch so many times, and it's like, okay.
Because I think a lot of guys probably assume that you wouldn't be interested, but there's girls out there that would be like totally fine with that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, wasn't your experience? So you exchange emails, you then exchange phone numbers for
Yeah.
texting, and then moved on to that. So that was the first speed dating thing?
That was the second speed dating thing for me.
With Spider.
See her,
Yeah.
the initial meeting.
Yeah. And that was like, I don't know, I had to, and that date was, it was a good first date.
How long did that first date last?
A few hours.
A few hours.
Yeah, we went to get Peruvian food.
Ooh, nice.
And then so this was in downtown Mountain View. They also have, salsa club. And I salsa, and I was like, oh, maybe I could show off, like.
Does she?
No, she doesn't.
No.
So then we stopped by the salsa club. I was like, hey, if you're down, if you need to sober up, we could do this for a little bit. And then we looked in and it was like, oh, there's amazing dancers in there already. And I think she kind of got scared off. And we're like, okay, let's just get coffee or something. And then we ended up getting coffee.
So you invested a couple hours. She invested a couple hours.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then how long till your next?
Oh, so I had to wait 2 weeks because the next week it was her birthday.
Uh-huh.
And she was busy doing birthday stuff. And I was like, this is another 2 weeks, but it's fine. I was patient.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But did you talk every day kind of thing? Or
Yeah, we
every other
texted
day?
each other every day.
Yeah. Okay. Are you a texter, caller, FaceTimer?
Either or. Yeah, I don't. As long as we communicate, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then have you met her children yet?
I have, yes.
Okay.
How long did that take?
So we started date. Well, I know our initial meeting was in October, but I met her girls for the first time on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I dropped off some smoked turkey legs that I made, and I brought my dog with me because they love dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Children do. And I was like, hey, Muggsy, gotta help me out.
How's your dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please be good with them,
October to November,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mhm.
That's a pretty short window.
It is.
So you had to have made a really good connection with her.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can imagine most women would be a little hesitant.
Oh, yeah.
And
Even I
so
was
you-
hesitant at first. I was like, why does this feel like it's going by so fast?
So fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys really made a connection.
Mhm.
And you said 2 weeks you guys didn't see each other within that time frame.
Yeah,
So it was pretty obvious that you guys were digging each other.
exactly.
So at what point were you this always confused, I don't know. So asking a guy, at what point were you starting to call her your actual girlfriend and not dating?
Did you even have a conversation? Do you even have a conversation?
So it's will you be with me? Will you be my? It's very clear.
You want to go around?
How do guys do that? Did you ask her? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know we had a conversation about exclusivity.
Yeah.
And I remember asking you guys
Yeah.
And when did that happen?
early on.
Oh, so early on you
Probably
already had that question.
Right, yeah, probably around the time of,
Before or after meeting the kid?
I think we-
I just is it before or after meeting the kid? Because that's important.
from what I remember, I think it was after.
After?
Yeah, shortly after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just your timeline of how everything worked out. And
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds like you had intention that was pretty strong.
Mhm.
And then she had intention that was pretty strong too of what
Yes.
she wanted. And
Mhm.
Claire, and then just being on this side of it, she has an ex-husband. Now, have you talked about meeting him?
Oh, no, he's estranged.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
You
he.
kind of have it easy that
Well, I was gonna say that
Yeah.
kind of makes things a little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
you were up
um,
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, because you liked her enough and you're just okay, cool.
Yeah.
You're going with her flow.
She and her daughters. If you're working in Burlingame, you said,
Mhm.
and living in Mountain View,
Mhm.
where is she geographically?
Oh.
Close to you, or
Yeah, closer to me.
Okay.
Which is nice. Yeah.
that helps too.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
seems to be with the dating apps. Someone might like you, but they're
Far away.
oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, matching with you, and then I'm like, this is a 2-hour drive. I'm adulting at the
Please,
place.
please be worth it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, out of curiosity,
Mhm.
how was it her first time being on the kind of speed dating, or
Yeah.
it's also okay.
Actually, I think after her divorce, she dated after, and for a year or two, and then I think after that, her last relationship or whatever, she ended up having to take a break, and she took more than 2 year break from dating to like, work on herself and, be with her daughters.
Yep.
And I was like, I appreciated her telling me that. And actually that was good to know rather than, having someone just go from relationship to relationship. Yeah.
So tell me about like what, obviously you had chemistry and you clicked, but what was it about her that like, you're like, I really dig this girl?
Well, she's hot.
Yeah.
She's really pretty.
I told her I did notice her because like I was sitting down with Liza, Beverly in our initial table that we were at with all those other people. I did notice her from a distance. I was like, oh, she's cute. Like, who is that? I hope I have like a round with her. And then I noticed she was like, she looked lost, and she looked like she was like asking like people like questions. And
Did she go by herself?
she went by herself.
Oh, wow. That's,
Yeah.
she's brave.
And she ended up at a table with a bunch of guys, and I'm like, oh, of course she is.
And there was a lot of people there. So the chance that like you actually,
Oh yeah, how many people do you think were there in total?
there was a lot.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
And were they of quality? Because I have this kind of picture. No, not at all. Because I kind of have this picture in my mind. I guess we didn't really debrief about it. Were they looking like? So I'm horrible. Sometimes I take screenshots of the crazy looking guys on the app.
Oh, we had a group chat.
Yeah, on a group chat of like, they decided to post this. Dear Lord, do they really think someone's gonna?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm envisioning a room full of those kind of guys showing up and me go, oh, why? This is another waste of time. But were there quality people there? Were there?
There were just a bunch of, well, for me,
Randoms.
they were like, they just got off of work in Palo Alto at Google and they just decided to do this.
Oh, to roll over to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Were there good conversations with everybody? Or was that, because I think they probably have prompts for you to help.
Yeah.
There was like
I never
something
used
on the table that like, oh, you can ask this. But I mean, 5 minutes, for some people, 5 minutes went by really fast.
Yeah.
And for others, it was like, okay, is the 5 minutes forever? Yeah. Like looking at.
So do you wish you could have been like mic'd and had a video camera with you so you could like share with your friends like that number 11 was a great hottie and everybody else was like, this woman talked about, cutting her cat's toenails or something like that or paws.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be interesting to like show people like what that, what it's like.
The process is, yeah.
Did anybody talk about anything crazy with you guys?
I met this one guy who worked at Google, but he was also an opera singer. And then he was like, do you want me to sing for you? And I was like, no, it's okay. So that was very interesting. But I can tell you, I actually didn't match with anybody.
Yeah.
But I got 2 people reached out to me that I never matched with. And
So they found,
Wait, how did that work?
I was like,
they found you.
no, well, I got an email from the company like, hey, you matched with so-and-so and so-and-so. I was
Did
like,
you
I
have a
never
number
matched
on
with
you?
anybody. No,
So they had no way.
just my first name.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, well, whatever. And one of them actually reached out to me and I was like, well, I'll go out with this guy. Like I went on one date with this guy and it was fine. Like we never talked to each other again, but it was cool. Yeah. I was like, whatever, like
out.
yeah, I'm like,
Said it him.
I'm one of those people that are like, okay, there's a reason why this
Yes, you
person is
are.
reaching out to me.
Sometimes we need to work.
I
on
have to give
filter.
this person a chance, right?
Yes.
And I mean, he was nice. I remembered who he was, but it was fine. It was
And then how was everybody dressed? Because when you say Google guys, I'm like, are they wearing Google shirts? Do they have man buns? Like, what's going on?
casual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
casual.
Casual.
Yeah.
Okay.
So nobody, like, do you feel like in these speed dating, you have to kind of get dressed up a little bit, or you just go as kind of your normal self, or like, how does this work?
I mean, I'm gonna look like shit. Like I just
Not the time.
I'm kind of on some makeup. Like no,
I'm saying
You got to dress to impress.
you that, yeah.
for sure.
Is there anybody that wore something that stood out for you? Because I'm always interested when the guys, like, there's obviously the stereotype of the woman showing off their chest or other attributes.
Yeah.
Was there anybody you're like, wow, she's dressed very classy, like she's intimidating? Or one of the guys like, oh, he had like very flashy, like my Mr. Rogers. Like, there's something like, oh, what is this?
No.
Not that I remember. And it was also an outdoor event.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, it was warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, beginning of October, and then
Yeah, it could have gotten super cold.
But that's when you get to take off your jacket and off. Right?
No, but it was a very organized, other than the fact that I matched with 2 people that I didn't match with, it was a very well put together, organized event, I thought,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
And Andrew met his boo
Yeah.
over there. So
that sounds great. Like, that's a resounding thing for the company and everything.
Yeah.
And then Were you like, we're pretty far apart right now because we have our mics and everything, but are you sitting closer to the person?
It's a small table. It's like a round table. It's like I don't know, a lot. It's like a bar table. Yeah, take a bar table.
Yeah.
Bar table.
Okay. Then is there a chance for you to like brush each other's hand, hit a knee, like feel contact? Is there?
No, I don't.
Not
think
really.
So.
Okay.
You have to reach over to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be a negative for me at the first time, like just for 5 minutes.
Yeah, especially for the
Yeah.
I'm saying like, is there like at least
would be a-
there you can
That's
hear
just
each
like
other?
other speed dating event now.
No, but if you met somebody like at a tailgate party and you're all talking and like you happen to bump into each other or reach for something at the same time, you have that like going like there's a kismet type of moment of like, oh, being feeding off of somebody's energy too and meeting them and everything.
Have you been to a speed dating event?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you
So
should
now it might be a resounding like yes to go ahead and do that. And
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get.
You never know.
So going in, did you have aspirations like, okay, I'm going to connect at least with one person?
Nope.
Like, or you're just like, you know
No
what, I'm going to go.
Expectations.
This is something for me to do. Like you said, I
Yeah.
just want to get out of work
yeah meet
and
people.
just meet
That was the whole
people.
thing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Buddy hasn't met anybody then.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that positivity.
I want to
Yeah.
go back to your girlfriend though. Like, okay, so like, you know, because I want to understand like this chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
obviously she's hot.
Yeah.
And you noticed her, but the 5 minutes, like, how did it go? Like,
Yeah, what did you guys
just
talk
like,
about?
Did you guys just kind of go back and
Yeah, we just went back.
And so you're like, this is cool.
Yeah.
So you just right away.
Yeah. No like lag in conversation. You know, she just kept asking questions. Like I asked a few questions, and yeah, just the conversation just kept going. And I'm like, oh man, I wish I had more time with her. And I was like, oh well, hopefully we both press the check button.
So do you do that in front of each other too, or is that the
No,
you turn around? Okay.
That's like those speed dating events where they have the absolute PR pig. Hey, for who are you? And you're like,
No, sir, not today.
yeah. I'm like, turn around and I'm like, no.
yeah. But you know, it was a great conversation, and yeah,
Good conversation, but you were already warmed up, so that sounds pretty good and promising.
yeah.
And then you had no expectation going in,
No. Okay.
and then you debriefed with Liza and Beverly afterwards, and some other people. It sounds like
Yeah.
So that's really good. That sounds like
I think of like for girls, it's just like if you make a connection, you're like really giddy. Like, you know, after you're like really giddy about like, oh, is that how it is for a guy too? And not like, I don't know. I don't want to use the word.
Well, there's like
You know what I mean?
there's hope.
yeah.
Yeah. So you're pretty excited.
Yeah.
So I have another question. Okay, I'll let you finish.
Anyway, just
Yeah.
from my just experience, like you could be hopeful, but you know, not have too much hope.
Yeah.
Because usually it's just a letdown.
Yeah.
Well, by then you're already like, I'm just over this.
Yeah.
But I'm here, right? I'm still trying.
Yeah.
Another question is, what do you think about matching someone's energy? Or as a man, do you like to lead with that? Do you like to just be like, you know, I'm going to hit her up. I'm the one that's going to, you know, initiate all the texts, calls, everything? Or do you usually like to match someone else's energy?
Well, I just like to be myself.
Yeah.
So I'll you know, initially do that. And then, yeah, like, I know I was.
Or does it depend how much you like the person?
Yeah, it depends
Okay.
on if you
Oh,
like
yeah.
the person.
Then what qualities? So you said you were dating with intent.
Mhm.
What qualities were you looking for besides the ones that you didn't get? Like personal qualities about the person that seemed to pop up and resonate with you.
Oh, it's just someone who shows reciprocity, someone who cares.
Wait a minute. You matched with 3 other girls though.
Yeah.
But what made you decide like, I'm not going to call those 3 other girls?
Yeah, I mean, just
He got the one he wanted.
Yeah, the qualities he's looking for.
Well, just in case she didn't pick him, he would have like others, right?
So you just said, okay, this is my number one.
Yeah.
If she picked
Yeah.
me, then that's it. I'm not going to
Yep.
keep the other options open.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like doing the draft.
Oh, heck up.
Oh, I mean, I'm just saying for a guy, typically I would have expected keep your options open because
Did you think he was going to go attack all 3 of them if a stick on him?
No, you could actually ask, like, again, you're not committed to anybody.
That's true.
That's true.
Right? And so you're keeping your options open because, like you said, you connected with other people too.
Yeah.
Enough to do the checkbox.
But no, I
But is
feel
it
like
because also you're kind of exhausted?
yeah. I mean, also like I just want to. I don't want to put all my attention in like to different areas.
Yeah.
Or different places.
Yep.
I like to just focus on one person, especially when it comes to dating for myself. I know how it is for other guys. I don't know how people date multiple people at the same
It's
time.
exhausting.
And it sounds expensive. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, did I put all my eggs in, you know, my girlfriend's basket? Yeah, I did.
So if the second date didn't kind of pan out or whatever, would you have contacted the other 3? One of the other 3?
Not really.
Yeah.
No. I would probably just would have gone to another event or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully, maybe meet another person like that. But no, I think there was some time that went by too. I think it would be sort of random if like I just reached out
Yeah.
like a month after or something.
Hey, remember like what? Well, at
Wow.
what point would you just be like, would you give up or just be like would you just stop trying? Or would you always just try to find your person?
Yeah, I'd always just try to find a person.
Yeah.
Especially at the age that I'm at now.
Now, us being a little bit older, have you guys, not to put too much pressure, and we can always cut this, have you talked, is having a child of your own something that's important to you? Because that's a different age group that we're in when some people do have kids. And there's some people who you've been waiting for your person.
Yeah.
And I've definitely run across guys like, well, I definitely want to have a kid. I was like, well, I'm pretty sure I'm done wanting and having that urge. So that's a big thing. I want you to have what you want. You have to have really upfront, honest
For
discussions.
sure. Which we did. She doesn't want any more kids. And I had wanted to have a kid, but like, I have a bunch of friends. I got patients that I know have young kids, and I see what they go through. And it just seems like a lot of work.
It's that and then times 100.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work.
You guys could
And-
just adopt more animals together.
Yeah. Which is fine with me.
Which animals are also a lot of work, just FYI.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that used to be a deal breaker for me.
Oh, okay.
So through time, it just kind of
But through time, I'm
evolves.
just like, I don't know. Like I have cousins, I see them. I saw my cousins with the little kids during the holidays, and I'm like, I don't know if I could deal with that. I don't know if I have the energy, the time, or even the money.
Yep.
Oh yeah, living here, yes,
Yeah.
for sure. You're not missing out on anything. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I mean,
Now, have you had an outing with the kids and everything?
There's been a few times when we've gone out to, like, we went to a brewery last week before the Niner game.
Okay.
To get like a free hoodie.
oh nice.
So she brought her youngest, and that was interesting. Like, people are just, I don't know, they could be a-holes.
Yeah.
Like, just to get a free hoodie, it's like, well, we had to get tickets, and that was just all a mess. But we got our tickets, and then you had to, like, they had sizes for the hoodies.
Okay.
And so you had to get into another line.
to get the actual size you
Yeah,
want.
to get the size that you want. And so we ended up, being one of the early people to go into that line. And so her youngest daughter was with us. And then like these other people, they made their own line. And it was just like, what are you guys doing? Like the line's this way.
Yeah.
Like, are you guys idiots? And they're just, I don't know, the sense of entitlement of some people just for a free hoodie.
Yeah.
Like, and like, yeah. And so I told the manager, I was like, hey, they formed their own line. Like, what are you going to do about it? And she was like, okay, we'll just merge the lines as you guys get the hoodies. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to work out really great. And then like, yeah, like when that started, just like, yeah, I just saw some like grown ass woman who like cut in front of like the youngest daughter. She's like 10, super small.
Yeah.
They just cut in front of her. It's like, you're going to get your hoodie, just relax, like,
yeah.
and then they ended up like separating like the, her daughter from her.
Oh, that was
Yeah. It was just like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
weird. Yeah. So then you were a little bit more protective of like witnessing
Yeah.
what.
Like I'll say some stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh. Is it weird to like, as being around her kids, like, do you kind of often wonder where you stand there, like how you should act with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, should I be a homie or, should I be more fatherly? Do you
yeah.
struggle with that a lot?
Yeah. I was hella nervous when I first like
Yeah,
eat them.
of
I was
course,
hella
of
like,
course.
I gotta be the cool person.
Yeah.
6'7",
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right.
skibbity or whatever. But like I know I'd ask my patients for advice. Yeah, and they're like, just be yourself. You're fine.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I
Bring in
just,
the dog too, I'm sure.
yeah, oh yeah. Muggsy helped out a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like myself now.
Yeah.
And
So just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
if you did not necessarily click with her kids, her girls,
Yeah.
how would that be?
I don't know. I'd keep trying.
That's the right answer. There you go. That is the right answer. You keep trying.
Yeah.
Keep trying.
Nice. Well, thank you for sharing your story with us. And I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Truly. And like, ladies, Short King Spring, like, give the shorties a chance. Like, this guy salsa dances.
Oh yeah.
He's like, a chiropractor. He can crack your back.
Yeah.
Right. So,
What's funny on the dating apps is like I'd put that down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh well, I'm unique in this way. I'm not a techie. I'm like a finance bro.
yeah.
But I never got like anything really that like people like were interested in like what I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, do you have any advice to anyone out there that's looking for their person in the Bay Area as a man?
Yeah, I'd say just get out there, like in person.
Yeah.
The apps suck. They're just, centered around money now.
Mhm.
You have to pay for these, like, these things. Like you have to pay to like someone.
Yeah.
It used to be free.
Yeah. And just looking at a picture. I mean, there's more than a picture, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Get out there and meet people.
Outside of the speed dating, what else have you also done? Because obviously you've gone to the apps, you've done the speed dating. What else is out there?
I've done mixers, which is like a singles. But like in my experience with them, it's like there's just a bunch of guys.
On the mixers.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch of dudes.
Okay.
And like the demographic was like really bad. Sometimes it'd be like 4-1. Yeah. But depending on the event organizer, they'll...
I mean, it's a good thing for that one lady.
Yeah. I mean, depending on the event organizer, they'll, they try to make...
hard. I would imagine the mixers are kind of hard because then there's really no like...
You have to really... You have to really
be aggressive, right? I would imagine.
Social.
Yeah, for sure. But then I went to a mixer where like, they force you to do stuff.
Okay.
So
like some kind of...
Yeah, icebreakers.
Okay.
And that was nice of them.
Okay.
It's like being in class again.
Yeah, but yeah, it's funny though because you're just getting out there. You just meet a bunch of different people.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. And like Liza said, it worked out for you. And
yeah,
it looked like you had real intent though, which is a nice thing to hear from a guy. Is that you're having an intent and you had very clear goals that you wanted to accomplish. So you weren't wasting anybody's time of being waffy.
Totally.
About anything.
And sometimes you just gotta let go of the deal breakers.
Yeah.
Right? Change it up, do something different.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't looking, but I'm glad that I went.
Yeah.
And I met amazing people, right?
Yeah.
So, but yes, thank you for sharing and good luck to you and your new boo. And I hope
She's amazing.
yes, and I hope everything works out for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.